Hey everybody, this is Tommy G.
Man, it's PJ.
And we're coming to you from Detroit, Motor City, in the Midwest here at Detroit. The city that hosted, was home to a championship team just 2 seasons back, Pete, when the Michigan Moose beat the Philadelphia Frontrunners in a best-of-3 series. Remember that one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was good. That was when Trim Leonard was still playing first base for the Frontrunners. Now he's the head scout there. But now that brings us here to Detroit. Now it's a little bit different situation. These Beewolves are on the road, our first road game of the season after a loss. We could tell you a little bit about that loss. So let's just go right into it now, Pete. It was a situation where Bender was looking good. He was starting on the mound, and it was really no fault of his, that loss. Here's a strikeout in the top of the first against Huffy Buffler, and he'd be true to form like that the rest of the game. It was gonna be a good one for him. He was putting it back. Beewolves start the scoring then in the bottom of the second when Sturdy Woodman steps up to the plate. First at bat, gets this sweet pitch a little bit low and rides it over the wall in right field. Man, that was electric.
It was like a cannon. He shot that thing into the right field stands.
What a way to start, Welcome
definitely.
to Arizona. Then the Beewolves keep it going. Then, or Bender keeps it going. Like, here's the situation. Then the Jacks try and fight back in the top of the third when Bender gets the bases loaded against him, but he drops a Juice Jackson here on 3 strikes, and the ump likes it and ends that side, staves off.
Jackson swinging for the stands too. He was swinging hard.
He's a brute.
Yes.
Let's see. So then in the bottom of the third, then the Beewolves keep the offense going. Buster Big steps up with 2 outs. He cranks this liner home run, a 2-run home run over the right field wall. Almost makes it to the upper deck. It was a blast. Good to see Buster Big starting off like this.
Yeah. There was quite a few home runs. It was good to see the offense come out in the first game of the season.
And again, the Jacks try and come back, but the Beewolves were playing solid defense the first half of the game. In the top of the fourth, Elroy Action hits one, drives it far out in the right field. It's going back. Magic Moore's running underneath it, makes a diving grab, one that we saw him do in the playoffs last season. Pete, the Magic Moore looked stellar out there.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it was a diving catch. He's making his bid for the Gold Glove already.
Yeah, and then in the bottom of the fourth, he steps up to the plate and adds to the offense as he hits this home run, a single solo home run over the right field wall again. Almost all of them went to right field. He puts the Beewolves ahead 4-0. At this point, I think we were pretty comfortable. We thought they were going to run away with this thing.
Yeah, it was looking like the first home win in the past 3 seasons. Yeah. Home opener win.
But it wasn't to be, though.
No,
in the top of the fifth, the Jacks start to come back and make some cracks in the wall. Speaking of cracks, Cracker gets the hold of this one. This home run nails it. It's a 3-run bomb with 1 out over the left field wall, and that puts the Jacks behind by just 1. Jack Cracker's always been a tough one. He had a great day too. They actually had to pitch around him at one point.
Yeah, he was on fire in the first game of the season, and like you say, the Beewolves were living by the long ball, and then all of a sudden it turned and they started to die by the long ball.
Yep. Well, in the top of the 7th, Erickson comes up and he gets a home. And so he's a new to the Jacks. He gets I think it's his first at bat. He gets a home run on the first Barajas pitch to him, and it's all tied up. Still, then in the top of the 7th, Log Freely comes out with 2 outs and the bases loaded. He hits this grounder to Hanley Dexter, the second base, who drops it and gets the run in there. And that was just one, but it didn't end there. Still in the top of the 7th, Hank Hart comes up and gets this grounder, which just goes past the glove of Sturdy Woodman, who misses it for some reason, and it gets 2 more RBIs.
Yeah, and unfortunately, LeBoink was playing a little bit further back, so it took him a couple minutes to run up and get that one. Like you say, allowed 2 to cross the plate.
Well, in the bottom of the 7th, the Beewolves didn't give up. Barajas himself actually gets in the offense. He hits this RBI, and Dexteris also gets an RBI. So back-to-back RBIs. Dexteris RBI in the left field. Beewolves tack 2 on the board in short order. And then still in the bottom of the 7th, Billy LeBoink comes up with 2 outs. With 1 out. I guess hits a sacrifice fly to right center field. but it's an RBI with the second and third base, and the Beewolves tie the game.
Yeah. So whereas Barajas was falling apart on the mound, he was doing really good in the box. He, like you say, the ground ball that he got an RBI off of that one, and then he scores on the sacrifice by LeBoink. So he actually scored a run as well. So a big day for Barajas at the plate.
Even like you said, then on the mound, top of the eighth,
not good.
Huffy Buffler comes up with 1 out and 2 on, and he jacks another 3-run home, second 3-run home run of the game. This one over left field. And he was falling off the mound, and it was not a good showing for Barajas.
No, yeah, and like I think you mentioned it during the post game of the game there that I'm not going to take it to heart. It was definitely not a good showing for Barajas, but we know he is a good pitcher, and we know that he'll settle down and he'll be there in the long run. Just not the way he would have wanted to start with the Beewolves.
Well, in the top 9th inning, Clutch Corman comes up, pinch hits, gets a home run. Left field on Benson Rushmore. Yeah. Benson Rushmore came in and played pretty solid, but giving up that run makes it even further ahead. I think that was when they got 11. That was their 11th run. And then in the bottom of the 9th, Poke Foster comes in to pinch hit for a struggling, I forget who it was, with 1 out and 1
LeBoink.
LeBoink, 1 out, 1 strike. He hits this home run over the left field wall on Moonstar, and that was a big thing for him too, because he faced the last strikeout of the playoffs, so he came in angry and just took 1 out.
Yeah, he did. I was surprised in the game at how many pinch hit home runs there were. Uriel Erickson came in, pinch hit. He hits, in his first at bat, he hits a home run. Like you said, Clutch Corman comes in, he pinch hits, he hits a home run. Poke Foster, same thing. I was flabbergasted at the amount of pinch hit home runs in that game.
And then to finish up the bottom of the 9th, Foster with 1 out, 1 K, home run, 2 over left field. Oh, and Munstar makes it 9-11. That was Poke Foster. That's right. Did I just read that one?
I believe so. You were talking about
I put that on the list twice. All right. So then to end off the game, Sturdy Wooden comes up, but this time he isn't actually able to finish things off, and he grounds out, and the game ends, and the Beewolves end up losing it 9-11.
9-11, yeah. And like you say, Woodman was kind of all over the place. His first time at bat, he homers. His second time at bat, he strikes out. Yeah. What else did he do? His third time out, he flied out to left field. Then he singled in the 8th, and then, like you say, ground out to the pitcher in the 9th. So it was kind of a tepid. I mean, go from the highs to the lows, Home run to a strikeout, and then just kind of mediocre. So we're looking for good things. It was the first game of the season. You can't it doesn't make or break you, but we would have liked to have that one.
Well, that brings us to these Detroit Heaters. As a conference team, so we're going to face them twice this year. Once here in Detroit and once back in Phoenix. There's some new faces on this team, and some faces that aren't so new but new after a while. I mean, we play with Murky Nubswubbles there in Fort Lauderdale. He's been here for a while. Tish Balin came over from the Sirloins a couple seasons back. But looking at some of these players who are just recent additions, Isabelle Stevens got picked up in the offseason. This team in 3 seasons. So this expansion team is only their 3rd season in the league. Came here in Detroit. They haven't yet been to, I don't think they've been to the playoffs yet, but they've been a contender. So they're doing some moves. They got, like I said, Isabella Stevens here, the 36-year-old shortstop infielder. She's hitting 500 so far, but she played for the Frontrunners and Nemesis and now the Heaters. We look down, 2 down from that. You got Kat McCarthy. Played the last 2 seasons for the Overdogs. She's second base there. Now she's playing for the Heaters. She's also hitting 500. So the 34-year-old second basewoman is making 5.6. She's going to be a big addition to the team. 2 more down from that. This is a name we all know well, Spanky. Played his whole career so far in New York at the Wild Pigs. He moved over just recently. He's hitting 500. And he's crazy power. First base, 27-year-old first baseman with 99 power. That's going to be a big addition to this team as well. And other than that, then in the backup lineup, they got Jorge Duarte, a rookie, 21-year rookie, and $5.7 million to catch. He's backup catcher, ranked B-. He's hitting 400. He's 1 for 5 at bat. So he'll be a good addition to this team as well.
Other 2 for 5.
2 for 5? Oh.
Yeah, he's played 1 game, but he's 2 for 5.
I'm giving
2 hits and 5 at-bats.
I'm undercutting him.
I was going to say, how do you get 400 if you're only 1 for 5?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I didn't do the math. As far as pitching goes, Turtle Ortiz is the only new one. Turtle played for the Front Runners 2 seasons back. He lost here in this building, but the Heaters picked him up last year. He had a 6.26 ERA, 5.22 ERA. So he's on the ascendancy. We won't see him tonight, probably because he's third string starter tonight. We're going to go get a different pitcher, and that kind of brings us to today's game. After we get a few scores from around the league, Pete, you want to start us off? It's going to start with the Crocodons out in New York at the Wild Pigs. Tell me about that one, would you?
Sure. All right, the Crocodons travel to take on the Wild Pigs. They take an early lead, but they wind up losing 3-2 to the Wild Pigs.
Wide loads the Overdogs out in L.A., and it's close, but the Overdogs win at 8-7. Wow.
Burners travel to take on the Sawteeth, and it's Sawteeth all day 4-1.
Buzzards out in Philadelphia playing the Front Runners. It's back and forth, but the Buzzards jump way out. Front Runners come back, but the Buzzards win at 8-7.
Hot Corners taking on the Arctics. It's back and forth battle. The Arctics win at 3-1 and 10.
Crocs at the Water Bullets. All Crocs to begin, but Water Bullets finish at 5-4.
Sandcats taking on the Freebooters, and it's Freebooters 3-1.
Wow, so that leaves us in this situation. Pete, want to start us off in the Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division?
Sure. Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division. Okay. The Moose are sitting atop the Pathfinder Division with a record of 1-0. They sit alone on top. Of the Burners, Freedom, and Blowfish are all tied for second with records of 0-1. The Crocodons are out 0-2 right now, so they got some work to do there, Tommy.
They do. The Colorado Buzzards are at the top of the Uncharted Division along with the Wild Pigs. They're both undefeated at 1-0. And right behind them is the other 3 teams. The Hot Corners Platypine Outlaws all lost their first game 0-1.
Down there in the Journey Division, it's a 2-way tie for first place. The Freebooters, who struggled mightily last season, but now find themselves on top. Tied with the Arctics, they're both 2-0 on the season. The Grapplers sitting in second place with a record of 1-0. And our sister team, who play in Red Rock well along with us, the Sandcats are sitting in the bottom 0-2, Tom.
They
not a good start.
We don't want to join them there.
No, we do not.
Seafair Division, the Jacks are at the top, tied with the Heaters and the Overdogs, all 1-0. So right now Detroit has 2 undefeated teams. We hopefully change that tonight. The Front Runners and the Gold Coats are right behind them at 0-1.
Down in the Trade Division, the Nemesis, Water Bullets, and Herbivores are all undefeated this season and knotted at the top of the Trade Division. The Beewolves and the Sirloins find themselves left out in the cold with records of 0-1.
Down in the Curiosity Division, it is the Sawteeth and the Moonstars. No big surprise there. Out 1-0, followed by the Wide Loads and the Warblers at 0-1. And Pete, look at that. The team with the best run differential so far, the Freebooters.
Wow, +8. Very nice.
How about that? Way to go, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, talk about a reversal of fortune. And the Sandcats with the worst run differential at a -9.
Oof, not good, not good. Phoenix.
And just so everybody knows, let's take a look here real quick. All right. Alora Frankel has played 1 game. She's 0 for 4.
Ooh.
But she did score a run. So she got a walk. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So.
Oh, boy. All right.
Look at the numbers. Oh, look at the numbers from the Beewolves.
All right.
All right.
That brings us to regular season game 2 of 44. It's the 0-1 Beewolves against the 1-0 Heaters, who are known as rotation aces. So once you get past that, the starting pitchers are strong. The pen's not bad though, if you're looking at that as well. The Beewolves are going to be throwing their second string out there, Bevis Ortiz. He is one of my favorites. He's pretty average, just slightly above average all the way around with velocity, jump, and accuracy, nicely balanced.
Yes, sir, and the notable players behind him, Hanley Dexter's at shortstop. He's got a little bit better than average power. He's got excellent ability to connect and excellent speed on the base paths. He's hitting .250 with no home runs. Buster Biggs out in left field with better than average power, a little bit better than average contact, and better than average speed. He's hitting .400 with 1 home run. And then good old Sturdy Woodman The transplant from those freebooters, playing first base. He's got a little bit better than average power. He's got very good ability to connect. Not a whole lot of speed. Less than average speed, though, on the base paths. And he's hitting 400 with 1 home run. So,
all right. They're going to be going against the Heaters. Second string starter, the left-hander, the southpaw, Bishop Fuller. Mr. Fuller is known mostly for his junk. He's better than average there. He's pretty average on the velocity and the accuracy. And it's going to be a good day, good pitching duel here again.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to shape up that way. The notable players for the Heaters, you got Theodore Stiffner, and he's locked in. Is that the
yes?
Locked in. He's playing third base for the Heaters. He's got very good power, about average ability to connect, and a little bit less than average ability to connect, and then he's got very good speed on the base paths. He's hitting 400 so far this season, and by virtue of being locked in, all of his skills are plussed a little bit. Ray's Rufo, the center fielder, he's a little bit less than average power, but he's got very good ability to connect and very good speed on the base paths. He's hitting 600 so far this season, Tommy. And then Jorge Duarte, who I believe Tommy talked about earlier, the catcher. He's better than average power, very good ability to connect. Not a whole lot of speed, though, on the base paths. He's hitting 400 on the season.
Yeah, rookie, getting picked up, getting on the notable players. He gets the Heaters jersey, he gets all excited. Now look at him, he's the top 3. Look at the kid.
Look at him go.
He's just a kid, he's a pup. All right.
He's a bonus baby.
Getting the lineup here from the assistant coach. It's going to look something like this. Freddie Knox is going to start off the rotation, man. He's going to play second base again. Still yet see Gina Torrance. Right behind him, batting second, Hanley Dexter's will play shortstop. Buster Biggs, no big surprise in left field. Buster Biggs starting off good in that last game. Sturdy Woodman will bat cleanup and play first base. Batting behind him, number 5, Magic Moore, who is locked in, not just by virtue of a home run, but by a great catch. So it's good to see Magic start the season like that. Bertha Banks will play third base right behind him. She'll bat 6th, batting 7th. Billy LeBoink in right field. At the plate, second appearance, Eliza Peck. So they're giving her the nod 2 games in a row. And to finish things off, Beavis Ortiz will be on the mound. And he's going to be throwing the forefinger, the curveball, the slider, and the fork pitch. I love the fork pitch, Pete.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Motor Yard, night game.
Beautiful night in the city.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Midwest baseball.
In May.
You can feel the wetness in the air, yeah.
I was gonna say,
the brisk, you got your jacket on, right?
It's 40 degrees.
Whee! I don't know why we live here.
I was going to say, I got into baseball, Tom, because I liked it outside in the summer. Ray's Rufo will be batting first for the Heaters, followed by Duarte, then Stiffner, Brandt in first base, Slapper Gluten left field, Stevens at second, shortstop, McCarthy at second, Balin in right field, and Fuller pitching. Freddie Knox, Hanley Dexter's, and Buster Biggs will grab some pine, and Bishop Fuller and the Heaters will take the field for the first inning.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Pull it together here, Beewolves.
And announcers, Freddie Knox, the second baseman, stepping up first. He's still hitless so far in this young season. Knox takes the first pitch for a called strike. Strike 1. Oh, nice. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Freddie Knox now in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. That's popped up into left field. Left fielder's calling for it. And he makes the catch. Slapper Glute with the catch. And Freddie Knox is retired. 1 down.
A little sloppy there. A little sloppy. Hanley Dexter's coming up now. 250. Pretty solid 1 home run. A little late on that first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. It's hard to read these Bishop Fuller moves. He puts good junk on the ball. That's an easy pop-up flare left to the mound. And Fuller runs over, grabs it. 2 outs on just a few pitches.
Yeah, the Beewolves don't get off good in the first inning. Buster Biggs, the left fielder, stepping in. He's hitting 400 on the season with a home run and 2 RBIs. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a hot shot to Stevens. Isabelle Stevens at short. Jeez. She'll pick it up, make the throw to Brandt at first for 3 outs. So 3 up and 3 down. And the Beewolves, yeah, they get off to a slow start. Ray's Rufo, Jorge Duarte, and Theodore Stiffner are going to face off against Beavis Ortiz in the bottom of the first. I don't know if it's nerves or what, but they just don't seem to. Ray's Rufo, the center fielder's neutral and fit, hitting 600 with an RBI this season.
All right, we got to get around these guys on the mound, get past them, get back up to the plate. Raised roof, like you said, dangerous contact hitter. Hitting 600. That's pretty good for a hitter. Hard hit to hand it upstairs. Runs, grabs it, stands up, throws it. Not in time, Pete. He beats it out. He's fast. Geez, that was a good play by Dex as well.
Number 62.
And that brings up the rookie catcher. Now the fans on their feet already getting into this. Beewolves hoping for a double play ball. Duarte's a good contact hitter with a fair amount of power. And you got an okay base. Woodman goes over. It's not going to be able to get that one. We're at one apiece. The pressure up here in Detroit. There's a hard hit to Banks, who goes to second. Over to first. They get it, Pete. They get that double play.
Nice.
Wow. For a second, I thought that was going to get past Bertha, but she snagged it. Good play there by the third baseman. And Theodore Stiffner hit 400 on the season. Fans still cheering him on. Hard hit to Bertha Banks. That's going to be an easy toss all the way over to first. And the Beewolves get out of that one with just
all right. They give up one hit there. So as we head into the top of the second, Sturdy Woodman, Magic Moore, and Bertha Banks. Bishop first, only throwing 7 pitches. That's another problem that the Beewolves are having, is letting pitchers get out of innings quick. Sturdy Woodman, the first baseman's neutral and fit, hitting 400 with a home run and an RBI.
All right, Sturdy's good contact hitter, smart hitter too. Watch the first one go straight down the middle. 0-1 the count. Second one's just a little bit low. Tried to fool me to go for it. One apiece now. There's a curveball, but he couldn't quite catch it. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one's in the dirt. We're even at 2 apiece. Fuller looking good on the mic. Swings at a bad pitch, gives a hard souvenir on the first base line. There's a hard hit down the line, but again foul. He's pulling him a little bit right. Swinging a little early. And a little bit late on that one, goes past the mound. McCarthy dives to get it, but she's not going to get it in time. Woodman beats out the throw, and he's on first.
Way to go, Sturdy. Magic Moore, the center fielder, is locked in and fit, hitting 500 with a home run and an RBI. He's got good connection versus left-handed pitching. That one's popped into the air, and it looks like it's going to get caught. Oh, it's off the wall. Everybody's running. Get in there, get in there. Ooh, unfortunately, he got thrown out trying to go for second. But Sturdy Woodman is standing at third, so 1 out with a runner at third base. Yeah, everybody was holding up to see whether that would get caught.
Pretty good, pretty good. Woodman doesn't have a lot of speed, so Banks probably won't bunt here. She hits a hard liner to third base, picks it up, Stiffner goes. They're going to get him a rundown. I tried to turn him back. He didn't go back.
So Woodman thrown out at home, so 2 outs now, and Bertha Banks standing at second base with 2 outs. Billy LeBoink is up the right fielder. He's got, again, hitless so far this season. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's inside ball 2. 2-1 now to Billy LeBoink, the Beewolf right fielder. That one's low, ball 3. 3-1 to LeBoink. There's a smash, and that's going to get into the gap. And she's going all the way to third. So Bertha Banks pulling into third base. Billy LeBoink with a single. And the Beewolves are still knocking on the door, Tommy.
All right. Well, if they could turn a run here, that would be real nice. They got runners at the corners with 2 outs. The pressure up. Liza Peck drills one to left field. That's going to be in there, Pete. Everyone's going around. That's going to be multiple bases. Glute's going to throw it in and get the hold up at third. But that is an RBI double by the catcher. Way to go, Peck.
All right. In steps Beavis Ortiz, the starting pitcher. He's neutral and fit. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Neither of them has very much speed. There's a roller that may get through, but nope. A diving layout by the second baseman. He was able to throw out Beavis Ortiz at first, but the Beewolves do pick up 1 run. So it's Beewolves 1, Heaters nothing. Ralph Brandt, Slapper Glute, and Isabelle Stevens going to face Ortiz, who threw 5 pitches in the first inning, gave up 1 hit. Ralph Brandt, the first baseman's neutral. Good power, less than average ability to connect, and pretty good speed on the base pass. He's got power versus right-handed pitchers, and this is his first at-bat so far this season. Knox will pick it up, make the throw to first to Sturdy Woodman for the first out. So 1 down, and in steps Slapper Glute. Glute is tense but fit, hitting 0 so far this season, so has not scored a hit yet this season. That one's up, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ortiz locked in and fit right now. That's in it for called strike. 1-1. Ortiz delivers. There's a shot. That's going to, oh, that just gets past Freddie Knox, a diving Freddie Knox into right field for a clean single. So 1 out and 1 on, and in steps Isabelle Stevens, the shortstop. She's neutral and fit with power versus right-handed pitching. She's hitting 500 on the season with an RBI. The runner at first has about average speed. There's a roller to, that's going to be foul. Woodman was able to get a hold of it, but it just rolled foul. Thrower to first, the runner's back. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Swing and a miss, and Isabelle Stevens now finds herself in the hole 0-2 with a runner at first. Ortiz delivers, oh, just inside. Off the edge of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. There's a roller. Oh, almost
safe.
a double play.
Wow.
A hard line drive to Sturdy Woodman, who grabbed it and then turned to the base, but unfortunately the runner was able to get back. So 2 outs now, runner still at first base, and Kat McCarthy, the second baseman, steps in. She's hitting 500 on the season. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. McCarthy hitting 500 with an RBI. She fouls that one straight back. She favors the high pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's fouled straight back. And now McCarthy has put herself behind in the count, 1-2. That's outside, 2-2. Count goes even. Runner at first base has average speed. That's in there for called, 3rd strike, and Stevens watched that one go right by. So as we head into the top of the 3rd, it's still Beewolves 1, Heaters nothing. Freddie Knox 0 for 1, Hanley Dexter 0 for 1, and Buster Biggs 0 for 1. Going to face Bishop Fuller, who's thrown 24 pitches and given up 4 hits. The ZRA is at a 4.5 right now. Freddie Knox is tense but fit. 0 for 1 so far on the day. All
right, Freddie's just got to calm down, take good pitches. That was in there for strike, 0 on the count. That one
Freddie
pops up. That's not going to help him out. Fly ball, shallow center. Isabelle Stevens grabs it, makes first out.
Superstar Hanley Dexter, the shortstop, is neutral but fit. He's 0 for 1 today, hitting 200 this season with 1 RBI. 1 out, nobody on. In the top of the 3rd, first pitch is low, ball 1. That one's outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Dexteras. Ball 3 looks like Fuller's trying to stay away from him. Gives him a good pitch right there. 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out to Hanley Dexteras. That's inside, ball 4, and Hanley Dexteras will take a walk. So 1 on with 1 out, and Buster Biggs steps in.
Let's see Buster Biggs do another back-to-back home run day. There goes Dex for second. Hard hit to second. Isabelle Stevens misses it. Dexteras is going for 3rd. Rufo's going to throw it. He's in there, Pete. Way to take off, Dex.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Runners at the corners now with 1 out. Sturdy Woodman neutral and fit. 1 for 1 with a single. The runner at first has plenty of speed. That one's low, ball 1.
Throw to second, they got her.
And he's thrown out. Yeah, jeez.
2 outs.
Come on. 2 outs with a runner at 3rd base. Sturdy Woodman in there. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. That one's popped up into left field.
Oh, that would have been a sacrifice fly.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, I figured, you know what I should have done? As soon as he threw it to second, I should have had Dexteras take off for home.
Yeah.
I could have stolen home. That's one of the rare occasions where you can do that. So it's still 1-0. Tish Balin, Bishop Fuller, and Ray's Rufo going to face Ortiz. Tish Balin neutral and fit, hitting 500 with a home run and 1 RBI.
0 home runs, actually. So.
0.
Yeah,
sorry.
Made that up. Beewolves Ortiz throwing a Tish. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The infield's going to go to corners. Not the corners in, but they're going to go the corners in anyway. Billy Boink's going to go back. He's waving off. It's an easy fly ball in the right field. He's going to catch that one for the first out. 2 pitches, 1 down. Brings in Bishop Fuller. What the infield wanted to do was go guard the lines for Bishop Fuller. 20 pitches for Beavis Ortiz. The locked-in Beavis Ortiz. Now throw to the other pitcher. Hard foul ball down the first base line. Surprising swing. Good contact hitter is Bishop. No contact on that. Check or no swing. Strike 2. 0-2. Beavis Ortiz puts the curve on. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Fuller is upset. Maybe he'll bring that back to the mound with him. Rays Rufo 1-for-1 with a single. Great contact hitter, hitting .667. The crowd on their feet here. They want Rufo to tie this baby up. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Beewolves. That's in there for a strike and a sneeze. 0-1 the count to Rays Rufo. 25th pitch gets a signal from Eliza Peck. Winds up, tosses. Swing and a miss, strike three on a rising fastball. Or strike two, I'm sorry. 0-2 the count. Ortiz has one more to go at number 43, looking him down. Throws it. Oh, that was good to right field. Billy LaPointe, jump and grab.
Way to go, Billy. Way to go. We're going into the top of the fourth. Beewolves holding on to that 1-run lead. Beewolves 1 run on 5 hits. Heaters no runs on 2 hits. Magic Moore 1-for-1. Bertha Banks 0-for-1. And Billy LaPointe 1-for-1. Fuller is pitching. Magic Moore has good connection versus left-handed pitching. He's locked in and fit. 1-for-1 today, hitting .600.
Yes, he is. Swings at a high pitch.
I'm hitting.
hands out a foul ball at a third base line. 0-1 the count. That one just misses ball. Good eye there. That one's way outside. Ball 2-1. Bishop throwing his 40th pitch. Gets a little piece, fouls it off. 2-2 now. It swings another high pitch. Hits it foul again on the third base line, but this one is going to be foul, just in the dirt. Still at 2-2. There's a hard hit to right center field. It's going back. It's not going to be far enough. Waving it off as a center fielder, Rays Rufo. He pulls that in for the first out.
1 down, Bertha Banks 0-for-1, hitting .333 this season, though. Neutral and fit. Bases are clear for Banks in the top of the fourth. First pitch is in there for called strike. Strike 1.
That's inside.
Inside, ball 1. 1-1 now. That's over the heart of the plate. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's high. Ball 2. Count is evened up 2-2.
No.
Oh, that's low. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out.
No.
That's popped up on just shallow left field, and the shortstop's out there makes the catch. Isabelle Stevens with the out. So 2 down now. Base is empty. Billy LaPointe stepping in.
All right, she going to throw a handful of pitches. Billy LaPointe 1-for-1, hitting a quarter on the season. That one's up near the elbow. No swing. Ball 1. That one's inside. Also misses ball 2. Billy LaPointe's got good patience. Hits hard right in there. Foul ball, third base line. We're at 1-2 now. Here comes the next one. Misses outside corner. Real good patience, LaPointe. 3-1. The hitter's pitch to Billy LaPointe. And that one sails up high. That's ball 4. He's going to take first base.
Yes, sir. So runners on with 2 outs. Eliza Peck 1-for-1, the double and an RBI today. She's hitting .250 on the season. LaPointe does not have a lot of speed. Team often calls him the corker. Uh-oh, Eliza Peck, what did you do? What did you do? Oh, it just drifted foul along the left-hand side. Now that one's going straight up with 2 outs. Everybody's running. Second baseman's calling everybody off. Cat McCarthy makes the catch for the 3rd out. Holy cow, Eliza Peck seems like she woke up a little there.
Hey!
So it's still 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Jorge Duarte 0-for-1. Theodore Stiffner 0-for-1. Ralph Brent 0-for-1. Ortiz at 26 pitches with 2 strikeouts.
Here comes
catcher Jorge Duarte's neutral and fit. He's hitting .333 on the season. 0-for-1 today. Ortiz delivers. There's a roller foul along the first baseline. Strike 1. That's inside. 1-1 now to Jorge Duarte. Ooh, check swing. Was able to hold off on that one, but he wanted it. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3. 3-1 now to Jorge Duarte. Beavis Ortiz is locked in and fit, throwing his 31st pitch here. That's in there for called strike. The count is now full. Duarte with the reputation of being a whiffer with 2 strikes on him. Swing and a miss, and there he is. That proves it. You're a freaking whiffer. 1 down. Theodore Stiffner, the third baseman, steps in. He's 0-for-1 today, hitting .333 on the season. That'll be 3 Ks now for Beavis Ortiz. Strike 1 to Theodore Stiffner. He's going right at him. Ortiz is locked in and fit in the bottom of the 4th. That one's low. 1-1. Count has evened Bases are empty. There's a roller. Oh, that's going to get past Sturdy Woodman into a right field. And the throw in. Stiffner with a single to right field. Ralph Brandt, the first baseman, stepping in. He's got power versus right-handed pitching. He's 0 for 1 today. Lots of speed at first base with only 1 out. That's popped up, and that's drifting foul, and it's going to be out of play. Well, no balls, 1 strike to Ralph Brandt. Throw over. No,
he's holding it. He held it too long. Oh.
Yeah, I was smashing buttons, and I didn't mash the right one, so he stole second base, but he was thrown out. Pitcher had him picked off. Unfortunately, Sturdy Woodman didn't throw the ball. So no balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner at second base now. Throw back to second. And Stiffner's able to get back. There's a broken bat.
No. Oh, there's no one there.
There's nobody there. All right, so that was a broken bat roller, and it gave me, I guess, I don't know what happened. If I knew what happened, it wouldn't have happened. A Sturdy Woodman wound up having to chase it down. Beavis Ortiz, I think, ran past home plate because I was pulling the coop. I thought it would give me Woodman, and it didn't. Never mind. All right, so now I'm flummoxed. What are we? No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runners at the corners, and Slapper Glued is in there. He's just popped up into left field, and there's a throw home, and it's not going to be in time. And the runner scores, so the score is tied now, 1-1 with 2 outs. Isabelle Stevens, the shortstop, stepping in. She's got power versus right-handed pitching. Yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get back to it. It just irritates you, you know what I mean? Something stupid like that. It's like, come on, really?
Yeah, go get yourself a drink of water.
So, yeah. First pitch to Isabelle Stevens is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Lots of speed at first base in the runner. 2 balls, no strikes now to Isabelle Stevens. Ortiz now neutral and fit, no longer locked in. That's in there for a called strike. 2-1. Bottom of the 4th. Score is tied 1-1. Foul, and the count has evened now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Isabelle Stevens, the shortstop, hitting 400. She pounded that one into right field. Billy LeBoink is calling for it. He's under it, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Heaters are able to put 2 more hits on the board, and that would equal 1 run. So it's 1-1 as we head into the top of the 5th. Beavis Ortiz 0 for 1, Freddie Knox 0 for 2, and Hanley Dexter's 0 for 1 with a walk. Fuller at 55 pitches with 2 walks and giving up 5 hits. Beavis Ortiz is back to being locked in and fit. He's 0 for 1 today.
Not an awful pitcher. He's got a little bit of contact ability, and he hits it hard to deep center field, going back against the wall. That's going to be caught. Ray's Rufo, 1 pitch, 1 out.
The second baseman.
Freddie Knox is tense, but Fitty's 0 for 2 today. Still hitting 0 on the season. Takes the first pitch for a cold strike. Strike 1. That one's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freddie Knox rips it hard, but foul, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yes.
There's a little looper. That'll be a single into left field. And Freddie Knox has his first hit of the season, which is good because the Beewolves are hoping to make him the permanent second baseman. So,
Hanley Dex comes up. I didn't see what he was. He's hitting 200 in the season. I think he's hitting all right. That one's right, a little low for a ball. Good patience there, Hanley Dexter. 1-0 the count. That one's popped up right center field. That's going to be waving off. Is caught by Ray's Rufo. And what's his face goes back to first. Knox.
Freddie Knox. Knox at first base. Buster Briggs, the left fielder's neutral and fit. 0 for 2 with a single. First pitch to. That's a line drive to the center fielder, Ray's Rufo. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3. We're heading into. Well, not 1, 2, 3. Freddie Knox got a hit. Yeah. We're heading into the bottom of the 5th. It's still knotted up 1-1. Cap McCarthy 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Tish Balin 0 for 1. And Bishop Fuller 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ortiz at 46 pitches with 3 strikeouts, giving up 4 hits.
Cap McCarthy 0 for 1 on the season. Her average rests at 400 right now. She's facing the locked-in Beavis Ortiz, who's closing in on 50 pitches. Fastball inside corner. Strike 1 to Catherine McCarthy, a good Irish girl. Oh, a diving one, and Woodman couldn't pick it up. He goes to get it, but McCarthy's going to stay. And they got a runner on with Tish Balin now. Tish Ballin, I'm sorry, 0 for 1. The sirloins transplant. Got a slow runner at first base. First one misses outside, 1-0 the count. Beewolves hoping for a double play here. Fooled her on that one, high and inside. Swing and a miss, strike one. One apiece. Pressure up, bottom of the fifth. One apiece. Pulls that one foul, thankfully. 1 and 2 now. Ortiz ahead in the count. That one's right to her. Oh, and it can't be caught by the diving Bertha Banks. And now we got 2 singles, no outs. And that brings in the pitcher, Bishop Fuller, who's 0 for 1. The pressure creeping up here. Fans on their feet. Beewolves hoping for a triple play. Flashes bunt, pulls it back, but it's a strike. 0 the count. Ortiz knows what to do now. Is that one just low? Or even a 1 apiece. 55th pitch from Ortiz. It's a nice bunt, but foul. 1 and 2. He's ahead of Fuller. If he can get a foul off another one, he'll get a free out here. There it is. Foul ball, strike 3. And that brings in Ray's Ruffalo now. 1 for 2 with a single, 2 out, 1 out. A double play ends the side. Fans hoping it's otherwise. Great contact hitter. Hits solid contact in the right field. Billy LeBlanc's going to have to go home with that one to hold the runners up. And now you got the bases loaded with 1 out. And the pressure's through the roof. Jorge Duarte 0 for 2. Good power hitter. Great contact hitter. And Ortiz has to get around him. First pitch is break. Fourth pitch is there. Makes it in for strike. 0 on the count. Second pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. And Duarte is the whiffer, but he hits that one hard to left field. It's going back to that's going to be a grand slam, Pete. Holy cow. Into their own bullpen. The rookie gets a grand slam on this full moon night. Drives that one 429 feet. It's his first home run and the 4th RBI of the season. And what a way to start the league. And it's now 5-1 Heaters. That brings in Theodore Stiffner, hitting 429. Fourth pitch misses low and away, 1-0 the count to Stiffner. Beewolves, they're back against the wall. The second game in a row. We're even at 1 apiece. Hard foul off the wall. 1 and 2. Ortiz ahead of him. Popped up. Bertha Banks walks, catches it. Catches it in the light, waves him off, grabs it for the second out. We're still on the mound. Ralph Brandt, 1 for 2 the single. Power against right-handers. Hitting 500. Solid power hitter. That one misses ball. The outfield's going to go deep for Mr. Brandt. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Rebound at 1 apiece with 2 outs. Here he comes. The pitch number 67 fouled off the net. He's ahead in the count 1 and 2. He's coming quick with the pitches. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And ends that horrible side.
Yep. Grand slam home run again. Heading into the top of the 6th, Heaters 5, Beewolves 1, Sturdy Woodman 1 for 2, Magic Moore 1 for 2, Bertha Banks 0 for 2, Fuller at 63 pitches with 2 walks, giving up 6 hits. His ERA is at 1.8. Sturdy Woodman 1 for 2 with a single today, hitting 429 though.
That's pretty good average. That one goes way outside. He watches it. 1-0 the count. That one's high. Good patience. 2 apiece. Bishop Fuller losing a little bit of his accuracy, it would seem. That one's right in there for a strike. 93 miles an hour. 1-2. That one's outside. Ball 3. They want him to go for it. Hitter's pitch right down the middle. Hit past the mound. McCarthy dives to grab it. She throws it first, but not in time. Even the slower Sturdy Woodman's able to run that one out.
Magic Moore locked in and fake. Good connection versus left-handed pitching. He's 1 for 2 today. No outs. Runner at first base. First pitch is up high. Ball 1. That's high ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Magic Moore.
Oh, Magic. That's
popped up into shallow left center. The shortstop is there. Calls everybody off. Makes the catch for the first out. 1 down, though.
Now batting, the third base.
Brings in Bertha Banks, who's 0 for 2, but she's known for a timely home run here and there. Be nice to see that now. Bring him a little closer. That one misses inside, but she's not. She didn't swing it trash, though. That's 1-0 the count for Bertha Banks. That one's high and inside as well. Ball 2. Got a slow runner at first base at Sturdy Woodman. That one misses low, ball 3, and she could just watch the rest, let him get the pitch count, but she hits the liner in the center field. That's gonna be a clean single, and they got runners at the corners. Good hit, Bertha Banks.
All right, Billy LeBoink, the right fielder's neutral and fit, favors the high pitch. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk, hitting .250 on the season. That's going to be the end of Bishop Fuller's day. Never Walker, the relief pitcher, is going to be making an appearance. He has not pitched. Well, it does look like he's pitched. He's got a 0 ERA, a 1.0 whip, and 1 strikeout. He's neutral and fit. He's got excellent velocity, excellent junk, and good accuracy. He's almost fully rested, but not wholly rested. He's known as a composed pitcher. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, a slider, and a curveball. So Never Walker facing off against Billy LeBoink. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Runners at first and second with 1 out. That one's popped up. Is it going to drop? It's not. It is going to drop. And it's going to be a double play. God damn it. Going into the bottom of the 6th, it's still 5-1. The Heaters. Slapper Glute 1 for 1. Isabelle Stevens 0 for 2. Cat McCarthy 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Ortiz at 68 pitches with 5 strikeouts. I don't know what his ERA is at. Slapper Glute, the left fielder's 1 for 1 with a single. He's hitting 167 on the season with no home runs, 1 RBI. That one's outside, ball 1. That's in there for called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. Heaters with a 5-1 lead. Swing and a miss, and now Glutes finds himself behind in the count, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Slapper Glute goes down on strikes. Isabelle Stevens, the shortstop's neutral and pitch. She's got power versus right-handed pitching. She's 0 for 2 today, though. Hitting .333 on the season with an RBI. There's a shot. That's going to get into left center field. And they're not going to give me the guy. They're going to give me the other guy. So it's going to be a double into the gap between left and center. Magic Board dove for it. How do you change player?
That I don't know.
Because once he dove, Buster Biggs became the closest player to the ball, but it didn't give me him. First pitch is low, ball 1 to Cat McCarthy. Cat McCarthy, the second baseman, hitting .500 on the season. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. There's a shot to Bertha Banks, who makes the grab on the fly. Bertha Banks having a heck of a defensive day today.
Oh, that would have been
Tish
multiple
Balin,
bases.
the center fielder. Yeah, that would have. Tish Balin, the center fielder's hitting .500 on the season with an RBI. 2 outs now, runner at second base. First pitch to Balin's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That's inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's in the dirt. 2-1. Ortiz now tense. So how the mighty have fallen. That's fouled off. That evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Heaters with a 5-1 lead. She watches that one go by for a strikeout. Going into the top of the 7th. Heaters 5, Beewolves 1. Eliza Peck 1 for 2 with a double. Beavis Ortiz 0 for 2, and Freddy Knox 1 for 3. Never Walker threw 2 pitches in that last inning. Eliza Peck 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. She's hitting .200 on the season with an RBI.
She is. That was right down the middle by Never Walker. 0-1 to count. Eliza Peck misses outside ball. Eliza Peck's playing well this season so far. Swings a little bit late on that one. Fouls it down. 1-2 the count. Late swing, and that's in the gap in right center field between first and second. Tish Balin picks it up. That's going to be another single. Wow, who's this Eliza Peck, Pete?
Well, she was pretty good offensively. Beavis Ortiz 0 for 2. Looks like we might get a substitution here in the top of the 7th. Beavis Ortiz going to get lifted in favor of Steve Monstour, the catcher. Steve Monstour pinch hitting. This is his first at-bat this season. He's neutral and fit. He's got good power. He's got less than average contact and about average speed. He's got good power versus right-handed pitching. Unfortunately, well, yeah, he is right-handed. Okay. So no outs, runner at first base. First pitch to Monstour is a strike.
Oh.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Monstour. That one's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's popped up into center field. The center fielder is going to make the catch. Ray's Rufo with the catch. So 1 down, and Eliza Peck standing at first base.
Steve's first at bat, not impressive. Freddie Knox 1 for 3 with a single, hitting a lowly 143. Be nice to see Freddie Knox get a single in the outfield here. That's a hard hit to right center field. It's going back to the wall. It's off the wall. He's going to walk this. He's almost going to get to second before Peck leaves.
Got the third, yeah.
Nice double.
All right, double off the wall. So runners now at second and third with 1 out. Hanley Dexter is up. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Never Walker at 11 pitches. That one's in there for called strike. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. That's going to get up the middle,
yes.
And that's going to be around, and 2 runs are going to come in and score.
Wow, Handley.
So, yeah, talk about speed. Freddie Knox went from second to home on that. Buster Biggs, the left fielder, steps in.
First pitch to Buster Biggs, little liner straight to Isabelle Stevens, who goes over to first. Gets that second out. She didn't even think about going to second to get Handley. He's there free.
Sturdy Woodman, 2 for 3 with 2 singles, hitting .500 on the season with a home run and an RBI. Home run ties the game here. There's a flying drive to Theodore Stiffner, the third baseman, who reaches out, makes the catch for the third out. So I think we'll go with Case Barajas.
Oh, really? No.
He's rattled.
I was going to say, you want to get Tats, right?
We're going to get Tats in there. Merkin Motors. Merkin Motors. If you love your country, you will buy Merkin.
Tats Bell for the new pitcher. Pretty run-of-the-mill, but he's played well for us. So it's good to see Tats in his first appearance this season. He's well-rested. He's ball-prone when he's behind the count. He's got throws a four-finger slider and a curveball. That should be enough here going into the bottom of the 7th.
Yes, sir. As we go into the bottom of the 7th, the Beewolves have 3 runs on 11 hits. The Heaters 5 runs on 9 hits. They're Neverwalker's first at bat. Ray's Rufo 2 for 3, and Jorge Duarte 1 for 3 with a home run and a strikeout. They're Neverwalker.
He's composed, and the Beewolves pretty much got to get out of this side without a run if they want a shot at getting back in this. It's the breaking pitch fouled off the first base line. 0-1 for Neverwalker. That one's fouled off behind the net, and the infield is going to guard the lines here for Neverwalker. He's got 2 strikes on him. 0-2. Tats Belfour whips the third one. Breaking pitch in there. Dexter runs up, waving it off. Catches it in his position at shortstop for the first out. Race Roof was 2 for 3 with 2 singles, hitting .625. So this could be a challenge for number 36. Tats Belfour puts the first one. Breaking pitch misses low. 1-0 the count to Rufo. If he can get around Rufo, he can get around anyone. Check swing strike 1 inside corner. We're even at 1 apiece with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. 5-3 Heaters. That one's hit foul third base line. 1-2. Belfour's ahead in the count. Can he put him away on the 7th pitch? Fans on their feet. Breaking pitch, a little liner to Freddie Knox, who picks it up easy. 2-pump throw over to first. 2 down. So far, so good. And it's Jorge Duarte, 1 for 3 with a home run. It was a grand slam. 375. The crowd on their feet. Oh, that's fighting. That's a fight move. They should charge the mound. He hits him in the head, and he could be injured. Theodore Stiffner is 1 for 3 with a single, and now they got a free runner at first base. This could be bad. The tense, Belfour's tense now. There's a pop up in left field. Biggs back for it. He's going to wave him up and grab that for the third out.
So as we head into the top of the 8th, it's Heaters 5, Beewolves 3, Magic Moore 1 for 3, Bertha Banks 1 for 3, and Billy the Boy 1 for 2 with a walk. They're Neverwalkers at 15 pitches, giving up 3 hits. His ERA's at 6.75. Magic Moore, the center fielder, neutral and fit, 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .429 in the season with a home run and an RBI.
He is. And the first pitch comes in for a strike, 97 miles an hour by Neverwalker. That one's the same spot. Swinging bunt to first base. Throw to Brandt for first out.
That was not good. Bertha Banks, neutral and fit, 1 for 3 with a single, but she's hitting .400 on the season. Never Walker at 17 pitches, make that 18. That one's in there for a called strike. Strike one. There's a smash. That's going right to Cat McCarthy at second base. She'll pick it up, double pump, making the throw to Brandt at first to retire Banks. So 2 quick outs. Billy Boink stepping in.
That brings up Billy Boink, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. The bases are empty. There's 2 outs. It goes for the power, but fades off. 1-0 the count.
Whoop.
Late swing on that one. 3-1 apiece. That one misses ball. Good patience, Mr. LeBoink. 2-1. That one's right in there. So roller back to the mount. Never Walker.
Nobody got any good wood on those. So we're heading into the bottom of the 8th. Still 5-3 heaters. Ralph Brandt 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Slapper Glute 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Isabelle Stevens 1 for 3 with a double. Tats Belforce threw 9 pitches in the bottom of the 7th. Ralph Brandt, first baseman's neutral. Fitz got power versus right-handed pitching. He's 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch is in there for called strike. Strike one. Belfort tense but fit. That's fouled straight back, and now Ralph Brandt finds himself in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes with no outs. Allen's high, ball 1. 1-2. There's a shot that'll go to Freddie Knox. He'll pick it up, double pump, make the throw to Woodman for the first out. 1 down. And Slapper Glute, the 10th left fielder, stepping in. He's 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. He's hitting a lowly 143 so far this season, though.
RB bye.
RB bye. That one's low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Space is empty for Slapper Glute in the bottom of the 8th. There's a roller to Ortiz. He'll pick it up. Dexteris. He'll pick it up, make the throw to Woodman for the second out. 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 8th, and now Isabelle Stevens, a shortstop, stepping in. She's neutral and fit by power versus right-handed pitching. She's 1 for 3 with a double. Stevens playing shortstop for the Heaters, hitting .429 on the season. That one's low, ball 1. That's in it for a cold strike. 1-1 now to Stevens. That one's low, ball 2. 2-1. Balfour delivering his 19th pitch. It's popped up into center field. Magic Moore is there. Makes the catch for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. We're heading into the top of the 9th. It's all here now. Beewolves need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Eliza Peck 2 for 3 with a double. Tats Belfor's first at bat. And Freddie Knox 2 for 4 with a double. They're never Walker's at 23 pitches, giving up 3 hits. ZRA has jumped to 4.91. Eliza Peck 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and an RBI. She's hit 333. Slapper Glute's going to get pulled in favor of Volt Bolter. Volt Bolter, the left fielder, looks like he has not played yet this season. He's neutral and fit. He's got excellent speed. He's got less than average fielding, but he's got an excellent arm. He's also known as a tough out. So now at left field for the Heaters, Volt Bolter. First pitch for Never Walker's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That's in there for a called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Peck behind. That's ball 1. 1-2. Ooh, broken bat, foul ball along the third baseline. Peck will get another pitch. That's ooh, it's comebacker to Never Walker.
Oh,
and she almost beat it out. Unfortunately, Never Walker was able to compose himself, find the ball, and throw out.
Pete taken by surprise that Belfour was at the bat.
I was trying to wrap up that that call. Yeah.
They're going to sit Belfour, try to get some offense. They're bringing in Ruby Green to pinch hit. And Ruby Green is known for her contact. She's got fair power. She's known as the RBI man, so it'd be nice to see her sail one out over the wall here. 1 out, pressure up top of the 9th.
Oh, no, no, get out,
she hits a floater behind the plate, and that's grabbed by Duarte for the second out.
The second baseman, Freddie Knox.
Freddie Knox, 2 for 4 with a double and a single, hitting .250 on the season. Come alive here offensively in the second game of the season.
Oh.
Rips that one foul. Straight back. No balls, 1 strike. That's popped up in the left field, and the Beewolves will go 0 for 2 on the season. Beewolves lose again.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that coming, though. They did not look good tonight. What are you going to do?
Uh,
Well, they started off scoring first. Top of the first inning, they get that one run. But they just weren't putting much offense on. It was that last game, they got 9 runs. They had to eke out 3 here. 4th inning, finally the Heaters put one on. 5th inning, it was 1 pitch. It was really just 1 pitch. It was a grand slam ball. Although Ortiz was kind of falling apart there. I mean, he didn't look good loading the bases up. And then he got there was that lucky swing of the bat by the rookie.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, he pitched like crap in the 5th inning. I don't know who was.
Yeah, and that was it. You know, it was those 2 innings. Otherwise, they held the Heaters off the board. They get 2 more in the 7th, but they dug themselves too deep of a hole. It was 5-3. So the Beewolves get 3 runs on 11 hits, and the Heaters 5 runs on 9 hits. Yeah. Freddie Knox comes out, goes 2 for 5, so he turned things around a little bit. He's brought his average up to 222. Hanley Dexteris was good enough. He was 1 for 3, but he got 2 RBIs. Gets walked. Sturdy Woodman 2 for 4. That's not a bad showing. Bertha Banks gets a run herself. Eliza Peck 2 for 4. She's doing really well. She got an RBI as well. Yeah.
Yep. And then over there for the Heaters, again, it's not spectacular. There's only 1 player on that team with multiple hits.
Yeah.
Reyes Rufo. Reyes Rufo went 2 for 4. Everybody else won. 1 for 3, 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 1 for 3, 1 for 4, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. 7 strikeouts. We racked up 7 strikeouts. The Beewolves didn't strike out at all, but they struck out. Bishop Fuller struck out twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just again
1 pitch. It's the Beewolves got killed on the long ball.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like you say. I don't know. As you were saying that they got on base. And they were hitting pretty solidly. The pitch to Jorge Duarte, that was high and inside. I didn't think it's the last pitch I thought he would have driven for a home run, but he timed it right and he got it over the wall. And like I say, that's it. That's the game, because we were able to put 2 more on the board, but
Yeah, it's just if they can keep giving up the long ball, the damaging long balls, maybe that'd be their focus the next one. Beavis Ortiz gets the loss. He did not pitch poorly. He goes 6 innings, gives up 9 hits, 5 earned runs. I guess it's not all that great. 5 earned runs in 6 innings. 7 Ks though. 7 Ks gives up 1 home run. Tess Belfer comes in, throws 2 innings, gives up nothing. So his ERA is at a 0. So Tats looked real good. Did a real good job there.
Yeah, and then over there for the Heaters, Fuller will get the win. He went 5 1/3, gave up 8 hits, 1 earned run. He walked 2. He left with a 1.69 ERA, and he's got a 1-0 record. Never Walker will get the save. He pitched 3 2/3, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. He leaves with an ERA of 3.86, and he's got the save in the bag. So no wins, no losses, 1 save. But 3 stars of the game. Number 1, B-, rookie catcher Jorge Duarte with the game-winning grand slam. He was 1 for 3 on the day, so he gets first place for basically 1 hit. But it was a big hit. He did get the home run, the 4 RBIs, and he scored a run himself. All of that coming on that 1 hit. So
yeah, that's fun. A 21-year-old gets signed to the Detroit Heaters, gets his chance to play, and parks one on a grand slam to win it for his team. Eliza Peck gets the 2nd star of the game. Our catcher, having the best season yet for the Beewolves in her 3rd season with us. B- ranked number 53, goes 2 for 4, gets a double, an RBI, and scores a run herself.
And then the 3rd star of the game, superstar shortstop Hanley Dexteris, again 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. I mean, I get it. He got 2 RBIs and you give it to him, but he's 1 for 3 for crying out loud. Yeah. He's a superstar. He's the one that's supposed to be, basically leading this offense. And again, just slow, just so slow to get going.
Well, Tommy G, he walks and he gets 2 RBIs. So
yeah, he got 1 walk and so that would have made him 2 for 4.
Yeah.
So Tommy G winds up with 4 hits, no home runs, but he got 2 RBIs, 2 great catches, 4 strikeouts for a contribution of 53%. PJ winds up with 7 hits, 1 RBI, 3 strikeouts, 1 bean batter, 47% contribution. And, yeah, don't even think about it. Pete meant to hit Jorge Duarte in the head. I meant to drill him.
That's a dangerous thing, too.
I'm just hoping that he gets out of the way. I'm just trying to knock him down. I don't expect him to stand there and take the shot to the head.
Drop face down, yeah. Well, it's always dangerous, too, because then the pitcher loses confidence. His mojo goes down, and now you got a guy on base, and it's like, what if the next guy takes one out? And then you'd be really like, oh, crap.
Well, that's it. It's a risky thing, and the reason why I did it was because there were 2 outs.
Yeah.
And that's I looked at it, I'm like, if we get these 2 outs and nobody on, yeah, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him. Okay. But yeah, that's always the risk. Like you said, after that, Balfour he went to 10th. He went to 10th. So it's not a good thing. I don't recommend doing it all the time, but I'm not against doing it once in a while, periodically.
Well, we're going to get back to, we're going to go back home. And there's a whole bunch, there'll be 15 games to go there, but our schedule, that's our away game. Now we're going to come home and meet the Herbivores, another one of our division rivals. It's going to be Japani against Fuss. And then we host the Overdogs, Levon against Wayward. And then Bender goes back on the mound again when we host the Wide Loads and the Laura Franco's team. Lad Bradwick on the mound for them. So Ortiz will pitch next when we go out to Hawaii to face the Burners.
Yeah, and like you say, I kind of felt like once again, and we talk about this at the beginning of every season, the pitchers seem to pitch really well, but they're getting bad records, because they just don't seem to have a team behind them. Yeah. So even though they pitch well, like I say, Bender came out 10 Ks. Yeah. Ortiz had 7. These are good. Those are good numbers, and yet they walk away with the L. And it's just like, except Bender didn't get the no decision because it was really what was it? What's his name? I can't even remember his name.
Case Barajas?
Rajas, yeah. Rajas, yeah.
Barajas, yeah.
Barajas. It was his. He lost it. He lost the game. So,
well, but before that last game, Sturdy Woodman just couldn't see the ball like he used to. So he lost 2 in his contact. That really didn't help us today. Other than that, we got 481,000 now. Freddie Knox looks like his legs started to cramp up when running too fast. His speed drops now from 95 to 93. So we got a couple of drops there. Yeah.
Beavis Ortiz's hands started sweating more than usual, so he's going from 66 junk to 67 junk. Oh, that's actually a plus.
Yeah, that helps us out. Up. That helps us out. Unfortunately, he's not going to pitch for 4 more games.
Yeah, and by that time his hands will start sweating. So it's just aggravating. I was telling Tommy during the in between time, I'm like, we talked about, I mentioned it in the last game that I don't think we've ever won our home opener in the 3 seasons that we've been heading up the Beewolves. Yeah. And Tommy challenged me. He said, "No, I think we've won one." I went back and looked. Nope. No, we haven't. We have never, we've never won, and we've never won a home opener. And we tend to start slow, and it's the same thing. It's always the long ball. Our pitchers pitch really well, 7 strikeouts, but give up a grand slam, and you're like, see, that's it. And our offense starts slow too.
I know I was having problems with Ortiz getting that reticle in there, but then you got to start throwing toward the edges, and that one, if you get one that drops anywhere. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, how do you? Well, you can't guarantee against hitting the long ball.
Yeah, you can't. But that was the thing in that inning where I gave up the grand slam. I couldn't get it. I would get 2 strikes on them, and they'd hit it. Base hit. And I'm like, I can't get the ball past him. And then I watch you in the next inning, and like two hitters strike out watching. Just looking. And I'm like, why don't they do that?
I heard you on the one say struck out. Like come on.
Yeah,
Well,
I was choosing pitches. I was moving it around. And yet they. The next inning, Tom is throwing it right past them, and they're like, "I can't find it. Where is it?"
That was me in the last game. Yeah. So I mean, Detroit, they got 2 winning teams, undefeated. Arizona, we have 2 winless teams, both 0-2. That's just.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're gonna jump a flight, head on back to Phoenix, where we belong. See if we can pick up our first win at home.
Lick our wounds. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough game against the Herbivores, who got 1 to play. They're gonna be in Philadelphia before they come down to us, so maybe the front runners will knock them down a peg if we're lucky.
Let's hope. And this is Herbivores are the first divisional opponents too, so
maybe we watch that game. All right. Well, I guess until then, we'll see you soon. This is Tommy G,
and this is Pete J, and we're saying, get out of here.